name is Jesse Martin. I'm the Executive Vice President with 1199. I'm joined with our members here at Women and Infants Hospital. Almost to the week, COVID-19 came through our country and affected our members here at this hospital. The effects of this pandemic are still being felt by our members. They're working short. Sometimes they don't have enough staff to do what they need to do for the best of their patients. But yet they still come to work every day. Some of them work 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week to make sure that Rhode Islanders, women and infants, get the highest quality health care possible. This hospital was founded over 100 years ago to provide this quality care. And the professionalism of our members that get the work done every day is unquestionable.
Great.
However, over the last 10 months in particular, this employer has chosen to actively behave like the prototypical anti-union employer.
Yep.
They have refused to answer legitimate, real concerns of contractual violations in a timely way. They've refused to engage in respectful dialogue about our concerns.
Right.
Many of the members. In November, I traveled throughout the largest sections of this hospital. And some of the stories of the daily level of disrespect from management tore at me as a human being. Not only as a person who respects the rights of workers to have a voice on the job, but in particular, tears at the fabric of this institution. Every single member in 1199 does their job with their integrity, their professionalism, and their personal honor. That someone got their medication, that the OR was clean, that the food is cooked properly. Yet, they're faced with months and months of continuous, active, anti-worker sentiment from the HR team here at this hospital. In particular, led by Rosemary Healey. And that led to last week, over 70% of our members in this hospital voted that they have no confidence that the administration of this hospital will create a workplace safe and respectful, free from harassment and intimidation. That is overwhelmingly a decision that the supermajority of our members in this hospital have said with their voices. They are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Am I right? Our state government has invested in these hospitals, and in particular this hospital, with $4.6 million in taxpayer dollars, none of which have been given to a single 1199 member.
Right. That's right. Right.
Not to mention the fact that the pattern of disrespect goes from top to bottom and sideways throughout this building. In the summer, when this hospital initiated an incentive program, as they have since 1973, they chose some people get it, some people don't. They chose to change the rules in the middle of the game. Not children. When you play a game of Candyland, you read the rules and everybody follows it. That's a simple human act. The management and the HR team here refused to do that for 3 long months. And that meant 1,000 or more of our members went without the due respect of working extra hours. And that's wrong.
Right.
So I want to introduce a few members to speak on their experiences and to highlight the reason why our members have taken this overwhelming vote. Nancy, mind you say a few words? Thank you.
One of reports of a manager who is disrespecting women in his office with sexual talk. When the Marina IUD was in short supply, he reportedly said to the workers, women need to close their legs. When a worker who was breastfeeding, he said to her, you need to leave and go pump before you spray all over us. I spend hours a day empowering women who have chosen to breastfeed their babies. No one should be spoken to in that kind of demeaning manner, especially at Women and Infants hospitals. To the best of my knowledge, this worker is still employed here. When his staff asked about an investigation that was reportedly done, they were told it's private. We can't share that information. There are reports of ongoing harassment of workers of color. The housekeeping department has a manager who stands over them as they perform their tasks, creating a situation, an atmosphere of intimidation. It's so bad that these people are experiencing physical symptoms. One woman left early to go to the emergency room fearing that she was experiencing a heart attack. When these workers came together and tried to meet with their manager, the manager refused. Administration escalated this incident. When we went to Human Resources and asked them about the investigation that was done, they told us no workers were interviewed because they just assumed we would all lie. That's incredibly disrespectful.
Shame.
To have that kind of dismissive, disrespectful, prejudicial statement come from Human Resources, a department that we thought was there to protect the rights of all our workers, is just a shock to all of us. Our housekeeping department has many workers who are Portuguese. Their managers refer to them as the Portuguese mafia. These people are our friends, our neighbors. We work shoulder to shoulder with them every day. The work they do is critical to healthcare. I don't get to do my job if they don't do their job. Their job isn't easy. It's hard. They came into work every day during the pandemic at risk to themselves. That kind of language is so disrespectful to them, and it doesn't honor the huge part they play in running this hospital.
Thank you, Nancy. One piece I want to piggyback on what Nancy said. HR has assumed that our members are liars. For healthcare workers to make that assumption is to tear apart the fabric of who they are as a professional.
Right.
Every member in 1199 stakes their reputation every day to come to work and to provide services for the patients and the community. To assume any of them are liars is not just inappropriate, it's wrong in the biggest sense of the word. And not just wrong, the level of illegal union activity this hospital has committed in that same name is also a violation of the mission of this institution.
That's right.
I want to introduce Regina Brown. Thank you. A few words, please. Thank you.
And I work on the antenatal care unit, which is all high risk. We have inductions also, and just management just does not sit down. They implement tasks and plans, and we have no input on what they say. They just want us to roll with punches. There's national guidelines for patient to ratio care, and they don't follow that in any aspect of the word. We work short day in and day out with added stresses, which when you push your workforce to the limit, I mean, it's hard to continue to have quality patient care. We do the best we can with what we have. They brought in some staff, but they're all new with your training, and you're trying to, do your job adequately every day. And management we have patient care issues they just don't address. So that's about it.
Thank you. So again, the community deserves a labor-employer relationship here to make sure that we are focused on what our members come to work to do. That is broken here. The labor relationship here is broken, and it needs to be fixed.
Human relationship.
Yes.
Thank you, Rob. Yes.
I've had to write my thoughts down because I'm 7 months pregnant and pregnancy rate. So good morning. My name is Cassie White, and I have been a mother-baby nurse at this hospital for almost 10 years. I help prepare parents for their transition home with their newborns. Whether it's help feeding their baby, navigating their first diaper change, skillful work during an emergent situation, or a shoulder to cry on when they feel overwhelmed, I am there. Some of the best parts of my job is instilling confidence the new parents need, and through specific education, they're catered to their experience. Not every story is the same, and it is my job to make sure that theirs is the best it can be. This is by far one of the most pivotal moments in any person's life, and it's my mission to make sure that they do not feel alone. 10 years ago, I would not be standing here talking to you all about a no confidence vote in management. We had staff and a better relationship with management, and we could do our jobs with our valued input and our voices heard. It saddens us today that that is not the case. There has been a complete breakdown in communication. Our voice has been shut out and changes have been steamrolled through us without any input from staff. Frustrations are high, and there is an underlying sense of chaos throughout all of women and infants. New management has demonstrated over and over they are not willing to listen. Mother-baby unit has not had one staff meeting since their new manager took over. She has threatened to make changes to our schedule and staffing at levels that could be detriment to safe staffing and our patients' needs. Again, all without our input. We collected as a group. We met her to express our frustrations in a peaceful manner, just as I am talking to you today. We were met with the irate voice of our Vice President of Human Resources, who then screamed at us, "Go back to work, get back on the floors." Most of us were not on the clock. We took the time out of our day and away from our families in hopes of change. She further tried to intimidate me and my coworker who read our statements aloud by demanding our names and writing them down. Shortly after this event, management stated they were drilling down on our staffing levels. They are staffing this hospital with the bare minimum of what it takes to care for patients. We have staff ready and willing to work, but managers are refusing to schedule us in advance. Retaliation? Who knows? But what is known is that they are ready to send a nurse home rather than staff a nursery nurse to help a new parent rest, or to give some relief to the mother who feels too unwell to care for her baby. They are ready to leave us short-staffed in making last-minute calls for needs, instead of scheduling us the proper number on us on any given day. In the housekeeping department, workers are so upset it's causing them to go to the hospital themselves, stressed beyond what words can express. Their goal is to silence us by scaring us and anyone that speaks up for staff and patients' rights. But that will not work. We are united for quality patient care and respect for those that do the work. Management is rolling out new protocols in labor room with absolute zero say from staff that have worked there for so long. Management claims they had a meeting with these workers, but they simply forgot to send them the virtual link. We don't think that's a coincidence. One would think that a qualified management team might have sent some sort of last-minute call to staff, just as they are doing in order to take care of our patients on a day-to-day basis. Just another reason for no confidence. We are a specialty hospital. Each one of our units is staffed in the specialized care that our patients need. Management is now implementing cross-trained positions to units that we don't see as comparable care. To have this idea that one person can be fully trained in both areas is not only irresponsible, but dangerous to all involved.
That's right.
Would you rather your mother, grandmother, aunt, sister, or friend be cared by this staff member that is cross-trained? Or would you want them to be cared for the nurse that is well-trained in that area of need? I know my answer. Again, all of this done without staff's ideas in order to meet in the middle and find a way for things to work. The fact that Shannon Sullivan believes that a vote of confidence from her peers that sit behind a desk holds higher value than the ones from her staff is just a testament that they don't want our opinions. They don't want our ideas. They want control. Our hospital has a stigma in the community of the patient being considered just a number. I see it all the time on social media. Frankly, that's all that management talks about in every meeting I've attended, the numbers. And unlike this administration, the priority of our staff is and always will be our patients, because we care about each and every soul that walks through that door. Again, no confidence. We want respect, input on changes. We want management to hear our concerns and respect our union rights. We want them to work with us in resolving our grievances so we can focus on patient care.
Right.
We have gotten to a point where we must stand up for ourselves. We are organizing to let management know we are determined to have our voice heard. I'll leave you with one last thought. I'm due to deliver my fourth and final child here at Women and Infants, and I'm expecting to have a great experience. From the nurses and CNA in triage, LDR, OR, and mother-baby, from the housekeeper that greets me in the morning after getting my room healthy and clean, to the dietary worker who nourishes me, and from lactation who helps me feed my baby. From the lab that draws my blood, to the secretary who answers my call. The staff on ACU, WPCU, respiratory, and NICU who are ready at the helm shout myself or my baby need them. And to all the behind-the-scenes union staff who make this hospital run as smooth as it can, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I appreciate the fact that you are passionate about your work, that you care, and that you are not willing to let me fall to be just another one of management's numbers.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you everybody for being here. People outside here are just as important as the doctors, the managers, the physicians, the human resources department that's inside there right now.
That's right.
When a doctor disrespects our members, we deserve better.
That's right.
When a manager sexually harasses a member, we deserve better.
That's right.
Yes. When we have concerns about patient safety, about working too short, we deserve better.
That's right.
Yes.
So thank you to everyone for being out here. It takes all of us to get it done. We've got some elected representatives out here. Thank you to Senator Cannell, Senator Oyer. We've got, I think, local 580s here.